54-year-old transgender woman. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of my hair routine, okay, for the morning that I'm using right now to try and get ready for work. So I figured out, but hair first, because I wash it like once a week, and I use this purple shampoo stuff, which is really, really nice. But I ran out of the conditioner, so I'm using the little stuff that came with the hair coloration stuff that my spouse uses on my hair when she dyes it for me regularly, which I absolutely love her for. That's one of many, many ways that Mary supports me in my everyday struggle. She's the ultimate ally and my rock. But this here video is supposed to be about my hair. Sorry, I got distracted. So even though it's semi-dry right now, okay, so I just put in some of this, I kind of re-dampened my hair after my shower a while ago, and then it's air drying. And then I put on some of this detangler crap. And now I'm going to let it settle in for a few minutes. I'm going to carefully, gently kind of brush it through a little bit to sort of make sure this area dries right. I might put some this spray and mousse too, we'll see. But alright, so I'm also getting ready for work and doing a million things, and I still haven't shaved, so I'll get back to you. Thank you. I love this little hairbrush. I used to think it was ineffective because I've had this hairbrush for probably, I don't know how many years and years and years, since the old days. When it didn't have to brush very much hair. But I still have it because it's soft and it's nice, and now that I've learned to treat my hair right, or I am learning to treat it right, this little brush is all I need. Just gently, nice and easy, just a little bit, and then I'm just going to pretty much just leave all of this alone and just leave it alone. Alright, and here it comes. I have learned I have to be very careful not to let my lovely long locks get caught up in here. And it jams up the whole mechanism, and I have to take it apart and carefully disentangle it and clean it and everything. So I'm trying to be very careful not to tangle my head here in this shape. But I do still start my day every day like this. This is a reality of my trans life. I hope to get laser or electrolysis going soon. Maybe making these videos at some point might help me to pay for that, because none of this stuff is cheap. Okay, so after about 10 minutes of careful use of this, I've learned to go slow and be careful. Especially now that my skin is so soft and girly. Anyway, and my beard is much softer than it used to be. It's very sparse and little wispy, girly blonde hairs. Probably like it was many, many years ago when it first started coming in. And now that it's going away, that's appropriate. So anyway, after using the this monstrosity, I put a little lotion on, go like this. And then I will come in for close work with just a common throwaway Walmart cheapy razor. And this is what that looks like. I pretty much kind of kneel down in front of the sink, and I use this Super 3X up close mirror, and I just kind of very carefully go like that. I've learned not to go against the grain too much, because then I start ripping up my skin. But I just go very gently with a little bit of lotion with the grain to avoid, hopefully, the dreaded Fred Flintstone look later in the day. But you know, honestly, I'm nowhere near having to really worry about that too much, but I still do. But this is my daily routine. I spend at least 10 minutes every morning with this and this to start my day. And then there's a little bit of touch up with this sometimes. Oops, I just snagged some long blonde hair in there. I'll have to deal with that later because I don't have time this morning. It's just a little bit of very careful touch up, very careful. you can grind the hell out of your soft, early skin with one of these suckers, so be careful. Anyway. And then I also do this. This is more of a weekly thing. My eyebrows are nowhere near as bushy as they used to be, thankfully. And they've softened and lightened in color, but they're still a little on the bushy side. So I will do this usually. Just use the back little trimmer on this piece. And then just kind of very carefully kind of go over that just to make sure there's not any little weird stray hairs. And then I don't have enough hands for this, but then what I do is use this comb is like a to go like this with my eyebrows, and then I will take the trimmer and go over that so it goes on the comb, and then it makes them shorter. But I need a lot of help with eyebrows because I always worry about them looking like a couple of caterpillars about to fight on my face. So I've got a lot to learn, but this is how I deal with the eyebrows right now. Alright, so I'm going to try and foam my eyebrow thing. Routine, I guess. Alright, so then I've got this mirror right here. And me, and I'm squatting down by the bathroom sink. If anybody knows a better way to deal with eyebrows as a trans woman, please let me know. I'm ready to learn, but this is what I've been doing. All right. Well, pretty much that. That's it. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so. For lotion, I've just been using this stuff. The Walmart brand is a cheap knockoff, and it feels greasy to me, so get the name brand. And if you know of anything better, girls, or anybody, guys, dolls, whoever, if you know anything better, please let me know. I'm trying to learn, but I'm going to put some of this stuff on. Put it everywhere. Don't want to have dry face. It's probably going to have a lot of tears on it later, but that's the wrong kind of moisturization. Okay. All right. But this is what I use to shave my arms and hands with, and then I'm learning to use Nair for my legs, which again don't need much at all anymore. All right. You know what? I don't have time to dick around with makeup today, and since I might be getting fired anyhow, I'm probably going to be crying a lot, so I'm not even going to fuck with makeup today. Not even the mascara. So I'm gonna go out there like this. Put on some jewelry, but I'm going out there to meet my fate this morning and face the music with my chin up, my boobs out, my butt out, and my shoulders back and my head held high with a naked face. Oh, this is a mandatory layer of armor for me that I cannot live without. There's some annoying broad in the office who always goes on about, Tiff, you smell great, but this is a scent-free environment and I have allergies and blah. Anyway, but I can't live without a little bit of perfume on. It makes me feel safer and prettier, so I always wear some perfume. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.